So it finally happened. 2 of my videos were removed automatically by some kind of YouTube algorithm, literally just for my opinion on the US election. And because I am not promoting the mainstream narrative, I am going to be automatically removed for the good of everybody. It's for the safety of YouTube. Like, as if things could not get any more suspicious. I mean, it is unbelievable. Like, hey, guys, if you really want to quell anti-establishment sentiment amongst the general public, just completely without warning removing people's videos because they apparently, according to you, are espousing a quote-unquote conspiracy theory that the election was hypothetically, unfair, right? That's all people are saying. That really is not the most radical, out there, and dangerous thing that I've seen on YouTube. I mean, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of YouTube channels promoting things like borderline pedophilia they go unchecked, they go uncensored, tons of sketchy shit. YouTube actually promotes a lot of these extremely hostile, anti-white content creators that they're literally just promoting blind hatred for people of a certain race and ethnicity. That goes completely unchecked, if not outright promoted by YouTube. You have Antifa, bread tubers who are saying that, people need to be shot because of capitalism. They don't get censored, right? But your boy here, who is literally just sharing an alternative perspective on a lot of these things, you know what? Just brand me a conspiracy theorist, laugh at me. If I really am that wrong, then why even censor me? Shouldn't you leave me up as an example that this is what happens when you don't educate your population enough, right? You get guys like Ptolemy, who clearly have no idea what they're talking about, you see? So surely in their eyes, I'm just some moron, I'm some drunk raving on the subway, and maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable, just ignore him, right? No, that's not what they're doing. They, without warning, are just removing people's videos because they have the wrong opinion about the election. That just, to me, the lady doth protest too much. Susan Wojcicki doth protest too much here. Why? Why do we tolerate this? I guess because we, as plebs, have literally no power, and we have no free speech anymore, and corporations really do control every facet of our miserable bug lives. And in the case of YouTube, I think their excuse is, well, we're a private company, so we don't have to be cool with anything that you say. Free speech isn't really a thing here. To which I say, that is total bullshit, and it's the same thing Twitter's doing. They claim, well, we're a private corporation, so we have no responsibility to uphold the Constitution or free speech. However, we also hold massive monopolies in terms of the kind of technology that you can have and that people can use, like YouTube. It is by far the most streamlined, the best functioning video sharing site, and they claimed when they came on the scene that they were about free speech, but actually no. YouTube is not a modern equivalent of a public square, and only people that are approved by them get to speak. Now, that's completely insane, but I guess it's naive of me to expect anything less than this from now on. Things are going down big time, big time. My channel is basically, it's gonna get nuked the minute I actually get a few more subscribers. In fact, why don't we call this video my 500 subscriber special, because it seems appropriate. It's taken me 2 years of admittedly very lazily creating content to reach this point. But look, the fact is I'm only making this channel because I just want to voice my opinion. I'm not monetizing my content. I don't make any money. I'm not condoning or calling for violence. All I'm doing is voicing my opinion. I'm not hurting anyone. But no, just some random pleb like me, my not even very controversial take on the election, because millions of people, literally over 70 million people in the US, have some qualms with how this election went down. And no, you insect, how dare you even think that you have the right to speak out against the mainstream narrative? It's too dangerous for you to even have that luxury. I love it. It's like self-satire in a way. You look at these people and they're constantly laughing at how dumb people that support Trump and, conservatives, Christians, they're all such dumb, uneducated swine. Am I right? As we laugh, a champagne flute in one hand, just laughing. But at the same time, you're so threatened that these apparently insignificant grog brains have the audacity to just not see eye to eye with you on certain social issues. And the election, I mean, like, are you really that threatened? It's like maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be censoring people for just having an alternative opinion. Why aren't you secure in your beliefs? If you really are that superior, that morally superior, then what's the fucking fear about? Why panic? Why shut people down? Why censor the President of the United States on Twitter? You people, don't you understand optics? Like, these optics are just going to radicalize more and more people because it looks so fucking terrible. It looks like you're terrified that you're about to lose power, and you are shutting down every avenue that anyone could have to criticize you. This is Soviet tier, Banana Republic, totalitarian tier retardation. That is what is happening here. And you know what they say about the pendulum swing, right? It's that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and politically the pendulum swings left and right as time passes. Well, I originally thought that perhaps Trump winning in 2016 would be the swing. It would be a movement towards a different cultural temperature in the US and in the West. But really, after looking back over the last 4 years, all Trump did was just freak out the totalitarians, the authoritarians, the radical leftists, just the seething libtards. It pushed them into a state of absolute frenzy, like actual madness. And it's manifested in things like, no, we're going to censor just everyday, normal conservatives who just literally want the bare minimum that their country's constitution actually promised them, which is the right to voice their opinion. No, they're being treated like dangerous radicals. They're being dehumanized by stuff like this. You know, people like you and me, we are not even considered human. We don't even have the basic right to just say, you know what, this is bullshit. Meanwhile, BLM terrorizes the entire country, burns things down, ruins people's lives, kills people. And what does the cathedral think about it? Well, YouTube, Twitter, they're fine with it. In fact, they love it. Little rioting never hurt anyone. Unless it was the Patriots in the Capitol. In that case, no, shut it down. Put them in jail for the rest of their lives. Like, fuck you. And here's the thing, you know, you guys, right? It's that the pendulum is still going to swing back. But you've just delayed it slightly, and you've actually increased the momentum. And, like, you can censor me. You can delete my channel if you want. Like, what the fuck? I'm just some random guy. But the point is, I'm not going to disappear when I delete my channel. I'm still going to exist, and I'm going to have even more of a reason to, in some small way, work against your interests for the rest of my life. So, yeah, I mean, you're not doing yourself favors by restricting basic freedoms of the common folk. This is not something that a quote-unquote liberal does. You're not liberal. Your entire ideology and movement has been subverted. What happened to Occupy Wall Street? You guys are supposed to be holding the corporations and the bankers' feet to the fire with that, right? And you know what they did? They brainwashed you into being obsessed with race and obsessed with hate speech and obsessed with fifis getting hurt. And now look what you've done. See, I may not be long for this world on YouTube, but you know what? People like me, you can't get rid of us. You'll have to kill us to get rid of us because we are the fly in the ointment, the monkey in the wrench, the pain in the ass, you know? And when that pendulum finally does swing the other way and you're crying out, save me, you know, I'm just going to look down and whisper, yeah, that's a no from me, Chief.